Hello, welcome to Barb's Craft Room. Okay, I was watching someone with a kit and they made this really cute trifold. And I said, well, I don't buy kits. I want to use what I got. So let's try to play with what I got. So I took a tea-dyed paper, which is 8.5 by 11. I scored it at 3 5/8. And I flipped it around the other side and scored it at 3 5/8. And I came up with a trifold. Hey. So this can be inserted into a journal as it is, like this. You can just have it in a pocket, you know, or you can sew it in when you stitch it so it will still close. I'm not sewing it in this journal. I'm going to just play with it and see what happens with this trifold. So first I think I would like to really ink the edges. And I think I want to give it a dark look to it, like it's been around forever. And the way to do that, of course, is to ink the edges. But ink both sides, since I'm using both sides. And I picked from a book, a scrapbooking pad, 12 by 12 pad. I picked 4 or 5 pieces of paper. These papers were here. They are from Dear Jane. That's what it's called. It's a Joann's paper pack. You know, they always have the paper packs D, C, W, FW, or I don't know what it is. But that's where that came from. You just keep folding it till you have it all inked how you want it. But since this is going to be a trifold, I wanted all the ink, all the edges with ink. And you're coming along with me, so you get to hear all the crinkling of the paper. And I know some people like that, so I don't know. I'm not a fan if I hear somebody else do it. I'm okay if I do it. I don't like crunchy noises when my husband eats nuts or an apple or anything and I'm not eating. Oh my God, it drives me crazy. But I try to keep my mouth shut or get up and leave if I just get irritated enough. And you never know. It's probably safer to get up and move for his benefit and mine. Anyway, this will be a trifold that I'm just playing with. And let's see what it looks like. Ooh, pretty inky, huh? Pretty inky. All right. You know, the ink on the edges just, I don't know, it just does something to it. Okay, so since this is 8.5 by 11, what I would like to do is on this edge, I was thinking it would be cool to have a different kind of an edge, such as that. That looks really cool, don't you think? I kind of like it. So what I'm going to do, I don't really want to cut it, but if I don't cut it, then I won't have really what I'm looking for. So I'm going to cut that. This is funny because this is a ruler that it says Borderlines from Creative Memories. That was 100 years ago. Not really, but for me it was a long time ago. I was a creative memories consultant. I mean, I had fun. Created a lot of scrapbooks. And you go back, and it's really funny because I was a consultant, and I told everybody how to make a scrapbook. And I was telling them, you know, the most important part is the words that you put in it, because the words are your story. And without your story, you know, other people will look at your photos and they don't remember what you did in your story, but you remember. So that is the most important thing, right? Now, what I used on the edge of this was a Stabilo pencil, which is watery, a water pencil. So there you go. Gives it that blackish, dirty, old look to it. I like it. What do you think? So my folio is now going to look like that. Oh, that's kind of cute, huh? However, I'm going to cut this piece of paper to lay on the top. And when I do, I want that pattern on it. So that's going to be a challenge. I've also picked this pretty rose pattern. And what I'd like to do is, this is cut. Each one of these are 3 5/8. That's what I said, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. So I'll cut this at 3 5/8. And I'm going to need 3. So 3 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 5/8 one time. 3 5/8 two times. And I really like this one here. So 3 5/8 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it's not perfect, it's no big deal. We'll make it perfect. Probably not, but you know. And then this way is by 8 1/2. Might be 8 1/2 might be too long, so I'm going to put 8 and the little 1/16 of an inch before it, before the 8 1/2. So cut these, whatever number that is. And I'm saving these little papers because they are going to be laid on it with, I'm going to make pockets or something out of them. I'll show you what I mean. All right. I don't want to go too fast because I don't want to lose your, I don't want you to lose your interest in what I'm doing. This will give it some sturdiness. You can use really thin paper. Really thin paper would be wonderful, because you wouldn't have to worry about this one's too wide. If I do that, this one is too wide. It has to go. I'm going to have to cut off half a flower. flower there. Let's see. See that? Yeah, it's always better to measure twice and cut once. Isn't that the rule of thumb for someone who's in the woodworking business? Measure twice, cut once. They say that when you're making cleaning doors. Now this one, I want to put this here. I'm just going to glue it on there, and then I will cut the. Should I do it that way? Should I cut the edge first? Or maybe I don't put it on there at all. How about that? I have it blank. And then I will make maybe this, and I flip it over, can go here. Okay, I like that idea. So 1/4 inch off of this. Or thereabouts. That's much better. Okay. Of course, you know, you can use any size paper you want. I just happen to have an 8.5 by 11, and I thought that was the perfect size for my journal. Now, if your journal is a different size, you should use a different size paper. These also make cute little racks or something extra for your swapping buddy. I like it. I'm going to glue it in. I'm going to glue it. I'm now using Tombow glue because I'm too lazy to fill my little bottle of art glitter glue. But this works just fine as well. And I like this paper. Glue. I just want a liquid glue. A strong liquid glue. This one's movable. That's what's nice about it. You can move your papers. I didn't ink the edges of this one. Need to ink the edges of this. And my inky fingers are sticking to everything. This will be a very sturdy trifold. And my fingers will be very sticky, which they are. Because don't you know, I can't do anything without rubbing my fingers into the glue. Just have to. For some reason, I just have to be gluey. Reminds me of when I was a kindergartner. Or perhaps I'm still in kindergarten. Playing with ink and glue and paper. With no thought process, just playing. Okay. Now I have, a crooked piece of paper. So that's what I meant by it being removable. All right. That is pretty, yes. See a little bit of flower there. Oh, maybe I'll put a different, wonder if I would like that on the front. Maybe so. I'm going to cut it and see where it takes me. Now, if I'm going to glue this here, I need that edge exactly where I'm going to put it. I might have to trim the other edge, but I'm not going to use this pencil again. I'm going to use this ink pen. And then I'm going to cut it. Probably would have been better off using my ruler than this flimsy piece of paper. But it still showed up. Sort of, kind of. This is how you play, right? No thought, just play. Let's see, we have right to there. Just playing. I could say just kidding, but I'm not. I'm just playing. And then that will be on here like that. That's really cute. All right, where did you put your scissors? All right, is everybody as messy as me when you create? And remember, you use what you have. You create with what you have. Yours doesn't have to have a fancy edge if you don't want it. It is a challenge to do this fancy edge. That's for sure. Let's see if I did it right. Well, look at that. That looks kind of cool, huh? It's a little too long. So, a little too long. We'll have to come off of that side. And depending on how much I want to show, I'm going to cut off a 1/4 inch or more than a 1/4 inch, but a little bit less than a 1/2 inch on that end. Wow, I like it. That's pretty good for no playing and just playing. I hope you like it. You know, I'm sure there's kits out there that can put folios together, but I want to use what I have and create with what I have. And I don't want to keep buying stuff. And I'm sure you don't either. I have nothing to sell. I mean, if I wanted to, I could push what I want, but that's not my agenda. My agenda is just to help you learn how to make pretty things. Oh, isn't that beautiful? That looks so pretty. Okay, so we'll open this up now. And I believe I would like to put, I could use this on the inside. I'm going to make a pocket down here. So to make a pocket, you know how to make pockets, right? I can make it a deep pocket by scoring the edges, or I can just cut it off and make it a regular pocket. So let's decide. I think I want to make it just a regular pocket. Nothing fancy. Just a regular pocket, and we need a hole punch. We're going to put a little thumb notch up here. Ink the edges. Oh, I just thought, you know, what would be really pretty in here would be some vellum. Vellum would be pretty. All right. I don't have any sitting right here. So that's not going to happen. But vellum would be a pretty to put there. So I have a pocket. we go. And now I need another pocket. But I need one right here. That one's almost the right width. Almost. Okay, that looks nice. And a notch under. No, I'll do it this way. I'll do it this way. And then I think we should have a couple of small pockets on top. There we go. Two cute little pockets here. And we're going to make two small ones. And the two small ones will be, let's see, how big do I want them? I want them this big. Right there, whatever that is. Whatever that is, that would be so nice. Yes? Right. One there. And then one there. So two cuts. And I believe I had the stripes going that way, didn't I? I did. And a thumb notch. And a thumb notch. Inky Poo. And then, once you get these glued down, you can fill your folio with extra little like tags, tickets. You can decorate them also, so they're not just plain. I want it close to that one. Not going to be as wide as they could be. Four pockets and a folio. Now this doesn't have any fancy things in it, so you have to make your fancy things. So for example, what I'm talking about is you could make a tag out of these. Of course, you might want a different paper. I did have this that I was going to use. So I could make some tags out of this. And I think oh, look at, I could put another pocket right here. Huh, I could do that. I could use that one, or I could use this one and put two more pockets. So you can have 6 pockets on here. Ooh, that's an idea. What do you think? Should I put 2 more pockets? I mean, 6 pockets is good. It's better than 2 or 4. 6 pockets. Whoa. And for time's sake, oh, one's longer than the other. I could show you how to decorate or layer each one of these pockets with little ephemera or little embellishments. If you already have embellishments, my suggestion is to go into your stash, which I'm not sitting by my stash. I don't have anything here except for some pre-made dangles. So that's not acceptable as anything. But go into your pre-made stash, and I'm sure you have one, and maybe get a cluster, a fabric cluster, some kind of cluster. Oh, I do have something sitting here, but I know they're way too big. This is way too big. These are too big. This is a paper clip, so that wouldn't work. But this is the idea. No, none of that's gonna work. I don't have anything close by. But that's where my mind is wandering, is in my pre-made stash of things that I've already made. That is one thing, I have noticed that I love to make these pre-made things, and then when I make a journal, I make everything specific for that journal. That should not be. We need to use what we have. So why are we not using what we have? Well, I'm talking to myself here. Why don't I use what I have? I need to. So let me see what I have in my pre-made stash of clusters. I got a bunch of clusters over here. I have tea bags. I have fabric clusters. I have some circle tags. This is just stuff that's sitting out over here right now. But I needed to show you. So I keep all my ideas in boxes like this. I label them, stack them up. So, here's a cute tea bag. See that? Cute tea bag. Here's a fabric cluster. Now that's adorable. That would even work there. It's just some fabric. This is a cluster, but it's green. I'm not a fan of that green. I do have these. See how cute that looks? That's really nice. So that's an idea. And if they're too fat, it's not exactly what you want to do, change it. That's cute. I like that too. This says refuse to sink. You could put clusters on all of them. I think just one cluster would be plenty. So I like those 2 clusters on there. Now what else could I put on here that I have right here at my fingertips? I have some, what do I have? I have a little box of goodies at my fingertips. Lots of, no, I like that. That's interesting. I'm just showing you some ideas. You know, not every one of them have to have something either. It's not a mandatory thing. That, oh, look how cute. That's a possibility. With, since this is roses, I could put that in there. I kind of like that. That's pretty. That might happen there. So just a little bit, and then in the tag section of it, you know, I have these little papers. These little papers will fit nicely in there. Put a couple in there. So you see them? And if yours are look, that's cute too. That's a little. That's nice. Have this skinny one. So there we go, you know. That says plant handbook. So these are ideas of what to put in them, what not to put in them. What else do I have? I have some little, just some little cards. This is pink. That would be cute in there. And this one's green. So we have some green. We have some brown. And this one, I'm not sure if I want this one or this one. If I put that one on the corner, it will stick out and look really nice. I do think I'm going to put this here though. And then maybe some words. Maybe some words on there. A ticket. Truest of true. With a little cup of coffee. It needs to be cut out. There's truest of true. Priority number one. Priority number one, drinking coffee. Not sure if I want that there. Priority number one. I have a whole bunch of words in here. I have these things that have no words. That works also. Of course, I will cut them and ink them so they look great. Okay, looking better. I kind of like that. With inked, it might do the trick. And this one I think will stay just like that. Looks great like that. And you know, I've come to fall in love with these whale tail. I can put a couple of them in here to share. Those are cute. Okay, well, then I will, when I'm finished, I might add a couple of little goodies on here. Maybe. Here's some paint. I think paint would go that way, right? And what else? What else you got? What you got for me? What you got for me? Oh, I don't know. I don't like Oh, look. There's a pin. And here's a couple more pins. Shall I? Should I? Maybe not. I do like them though. They're the same ones, but they're smaller. I wonder if I did that. Is that too many pins? I think that's too many pins. It needs to be something like that, though. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it needs to be something completely different. Like that. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not sure what I'll do on the front, but that's how my folio will be, and I'll probably put some more on the back pocket. I know it's going to turn out great, and I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you will try to make some, and maybe next time I'll do something different. Thanks for watching.